Here are top 5 tricks that will make you better at HTML. Now, before you watch this, you must have the comprehension that most of these tricks won't work if you're not using an advanced code editor like Microsoft Visual Studio Code. So if you're using a lifeless code editor like Notepad, it might be time for a change. A Broiler Plates in HTML is a template you add at the start of your project. All standard HTML documents have the same basic structure or boilerplate that needs to be in place before anything useful can be done. Now, adding a boilerplate to your project is a good practice, but taking so much time manually typing all the tags, I gotcha. Just simply hold down the shift key on your keyboard and then the number 1 key, which then produces an exclamation mark. On seeing this, either press enter or tab on your keyboard, and then voila, boilerplates. You're welcome. Whether you have little or much experience with HTML, you should know that HTML elements comprise of opening tags and closing tags, except in the case of empty tags. Now, typing these tags correctly is cool, but why go through the stress of typing the entire element when you can simply just type the name of the element, then press tab or enter on your keyboard? HTML attributes really come in handy, especially when you want to add scripts to your projects or simply style using CSS. Typing an element with its attributes one by one consumes a lot of unnecessary time. Luckily, you can avoid this by typing the name of the tag, then either add a punctuation for a class or a hashtag for an ID. Then press tab or enter. Div tags are really important in HTML, and it's almost impossible to do without them when building a website. You can easily insert a div tag with an attribute to your projects by simply adding a punctuation for a class or a hashtag for an ID, then type in the value of the attribute. You should then see the required div tag. Also, did you know that liking this video and subscribing to this channel is a pretty easy process? Just saying. Many people who work on HTML projects often first off create their HTML file or folder, depending on the project size, spend a lot of time adding HTML content and stuff, then when they want to see what they've been up to so far, they minimize the code editor, then open the website folder, then the HTML file, which of course opens in the user's default browser. Upon that, they reopen the code editor, add some changes, save the project, minimize the code editor, and then reload the page on their browser. Although it took me an eternity to explain this, the process actually takes even longer. Luckily, there's an easier way. Simply install the extension called Live Server and then enable it. After enabling, you should see a button that says Go Live on the bottom right corner of your code editor. Click on this and then upon clicking, your default browser opens your HTML file, and then by holding down the Alt and Tab keys, you can go back to your code editor, add more changes to your web page, save these changes, and then hold on Alt and Tab to go back to your browser. You should see the effect of the changes you made to your projects even without reloading the page, saving you a lot of time. And with these 5 tricks, you will become a faster and more efficient web developer. Do you have any more HTML tricks? Let me see them in the comments.